are the Emperor's finest. Faith is our shield. Hate is our weapon. We shall know. No fear.
Brother Captain, it is time.
We are the Adeptus Astartes.
We are the Angels of Death. Our war is endless. Our crusade is eternal.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Gambo here, and finally here it is, Eternal Crusade, or Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade, our chance to be part of an awesome story. And our chance is here now to buy the Founders Pack and to be part of an awesome, not only game, but awesome story. And I have to say, the guys from Behavior, the whole Eternal Crusade team did such great work from the beginning until now. I mean, it will take quite some time until we will be able to play the first alpha or beta or play at all the first time. But for here and now, I would say let's take a closer look on the new Eternal Crusade side, because maybe you are new or you will see something from Eternal Crusade the first time, and maybe you are very interested, but you are new to not only to Eternal Crusade but to Warhammer 40k. Then click on game overview, and here you will have a first look about Eternal Crusade, about Warhammer 40k. But maybe you are interested in more. Then all you have to do is click on more information. And when you do so, you will find out that in the more information section about the game, it really is so that every possible question that you could have as a player or as interested in Eternal Crusade will be answered. About how's class balancing, can I be a healer, are there vehicles, is there friendly fire, as you already see. And it is really so that every possible question will be answered about game technology, game world, about story, about user interface, who leads a faction. There is really a lot of possible questions that you could have about gameplay, about the game technique, about whatever. And this is the fine thing. You will find in this section really every possible answer to every possible question that you can have. How how do I reserve a guild name? How do I recruit or others to join my guild? It really is fantastic. It really is, because you don't need someone else who would answer your question. No, you can find every answer to your question in this section, and this is something I do really like. I like to investigate and to get the information that I need. And here is your chance. Click on the game overview, click on more information, and then you will really get every answer that you for every possible question that you could have when it comes to Warhammer, when it comes to Eternal Crusade. So let's take a look on faction at war, and here you'll see. Let's take a first look on the Space Marines. And Space Marines, yeah, what can I mean, I don't want to tell you too much about Space Marines, because I don't want you to spoiler. There is a lot of background information that you can and should read about Warhammer 40k, especially when it comes to all the background information to factions at war, like who are the Ultramarines, who are the Blood Angels, who are the Dark Angels, who are the Space Wolves, how what are the differences between them. And Space Marines they are very, very good, or they are super soldiers. They are very good as a soldier on a battlefield in really every aspect of combat. And the best description I have for you when it comes to Space Marines at all is they are jack of all trades in a combat way. And they are super soldiers, so they are a super jack of all trades in every aspect of combat. This is the best description I have for you. But there are differences. Like I said, you have, for first you will have 4 codex chapters which you can play: Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Space Marines, and they are differences between them in the way of combat, how they do combat. It's not so that Space Marines, Ultramarines are better in combat than Space Wolves. It's a little bit more difficult, but I don't want you to spoiler, so I don't want to tell you how what kind of exact differences between them. Go in the forum, start to read. There will be a lot of links in the video description that you can use to acknowledge yourself if you have some questions about Warhammer 40k at all and Eternal Crusade, to get to know what their differences are. And here, second faction, Chaos Space Marines, or one of the other factions at war, Chaos Space Marines. And when we do compare the Chaos Space Marines to Space Marines, you will recognize very, very soon that there are huge familiarities between both of them, about both factions, but there are also huge differences, and the differences are like day and night. This kind of huge. So it's up to you to find out what the exact differences are. And also when you play, you also can play one of the clans or orders or whatever when you play Chaos Space Marines, and one of them is the Black Legion, then the World Bearers, Iron Warriors, and Night Lords, and all of them have a huge and very, very interesting background story they have, and I can tell you so much. It is worth it. It really is. Third faction, Orcs. Or the Orcs. Yeah, what is the best description for Orc? Try to imagine MacGyver on super overloaded with steroids. This is the best description I have for you when it comes to Orcs. Orcs are they are mushrooms. Mushrooms on steroids. They are very, very brutal. They are not really smart, but they are not dumb. Yeah, they know how to build things like weapons, tanks, or whatever. They are also like it's hard to describe them. The best description I have for them is they are like MacGyver on steroids, or a MacGyver mushroom on steroids. This is the best description I have for them. And also there are huge differences between Goths, Evil Sons, Bad Moons, or Death Skulls. Goths are, because Orcs love melee combat. Goths are they are warriors, frontline warriors. Evil Sons are speed freaks. This is the best description. Everything that it's red, it's fast, and they do build crazy, very high speed bikes and trikes and buggies and whatever. Mount some crazy guns on them, throw some boys on the wagon, and then they start to do drive-by shooting on the battlefield, and this is awesome. Then a fourth faction at war, the Eldars, and I have to say the best description for Eldars that I have is they are space samurais. They are very, very awesome. I love this race. It's one of my favorite races when it comes to Warhammer 40k, and yeah, they always, when it comes to war, they use the huge technological advance that they have, and they have a huge advance compared to other races, and they use it in war. And also you have, like I said, also at Eldar you have also 4 different factions, or let's say, let's use a different word, not factions. You have different craft words, and what a craft word is, I won't tell you, it's up to you to find out, but it is always a good, it doesn't matter what kind of faction you start to search or you start to read about it, you will find out that they are always a very, very interesting background story for you. And it's like I said, I don't want you to spoiler, and I love the Eldar, yeah? I mean, Kraftwerk Ultan, Kraftwerk Biltan, Kraftwerk Samhai, Kraftwerk Ianden. There are huge differences between them, and very interesting and very cool background stories of all the Kraftwerks. I mean, when you read this short description here, you will find out that Eldars have a lot of Warlocks and Pathseers, and it's about of you to find out what they are. What is a Warlock? What is a Pathseer? They are Psykers. What is a Psyker? A Psyker is more or less, let's say, a very huge advantage when it comes to weapons on the battlefield. Yeah, some Psykers are like a human, or let's say humanoid atomic bomb. They are so powerful, but it's tricky to describe it. They are very powerful. Yeah, they really are. And Ultan, they have, because of their background story, there is a reason why they have so much Psykers, which they will use when it comes to combat. And this is something you shall never ever forget, because a Psyker, it's like I said, it's a very dangerous weapon on the battlefield. And that doesn't mean that the other factions don't have the access for Psykers or something like this. But they prefer, let's say, maybe other way of war. Yeah, I mean, when you do compare Ultan, let's say, with Samhai, you will recognize that Samhai, it doesn't mean that they do not have Psykers, but they prefer another way of war. Yeah, they use more of their Falcons, of their jet bikes, of their Vipers, Falcons, Wyverns, Illuminators, and these are all combat vehicles, and they are very quick. And you will recognize that Eldars are very quick, very deadly, but also a little bit squishy. And this is not a disadvantage. This is the way they prefer to go to war. They hit very fast and very quick, and they are always very deadly. You shall never ever underestimate Eldars at war, because it's like I said, they are like samurais. They always search for perfection when it comes to war, and they have an advantage when it comes to technology and weapons, and they are very quick, very nearly 100% perfect, and they will use this advanced against you. Yeah, so this is the best description I have for Eldar. And then there is other faction at war, but this is not a faction we are able to play. These are the Tyranids. And also, when you start to read and acknowledge yourself about Tyranids, you will find huge and very interesting background stories, and I don't want you to spoiler, but in Eternal Crusade this is some AI, it's an AI faction which will help the developers of Eternal Crusade to do some balance between some factions. Yeah, and also if you want to know more about the Tyranids, you shall make sure to read something about the game, then game overview, and click on more information to know what it's about the Tyranids. So let's get to the next section. So before we get into the pre-order and start to talk about the founders packages, let me tell you a short story from the past of my life. So some of you already know that I'm born in Poland, and the first 5 years as a child I spent with my parents in Poland. And at this time there were only 2 TV programs, and the only Western TV series or TV show that I can remember was He-Man. Yeah, you heard it right, the cartoon series. And the only way to watch it was to stay awake until past midnight, or at midnight, 12 o'clock in the night, and to watch He-Man. And there were nothing comparable to this TV show in the Polish program. Yeah, there were nothing like this. And He-Man at all made at this point, because there were nothing else like this TV show for a kid, and I was a kid. I mean, I was 4 or 5 years old, so this made a huge impression for me, because there were nothing like this comparable TV show for kids. There were nothing like this in Poland at the time, so it made a very, very huge impression on me as not only as a child but also as a human. And then I went with my parents to Germany, and I still remember a very, very special moment when we were in Germany, and it was Sunday. All shops were already closed, and then there were a toy shop, and I looked through the window into the toy shop, and I could see not only He-Man toys, or it was He-Man toys. Yeah, there were a lot of more toys that I never know. I think there were also some mask toys and whatever. But I know He-Man, and there were some He-Man action figures and also Snake Mountain from He-Man. And this was such a huge impression on me, on my imagination. It is a very, very remarkable and very important memory, even until today, yeah, because I still can remember how big this impression was. And then it was naturally in Germany, it was far, far different compared to what I knew from Poland. And there were much more TV series and toys and whatever. Everything that I did not knew from Poland, it was here. So with the time, naturally, it was for things or for TV shows or whatever, books, comics and stuff like that, it was very, very difficult to make the same huge and remarkable impression on me than this first impression of He-Man and the toys that I have or that I knew. So the second time that I can remember that something made such a huge impression on me, like the first contact with He-Man, the toys and the series, was when I get the first time introduced or get into the first contact with Warhammer 40k. It was awesome, and even from I can tell you so far, from the first day I was addicted to this game. And this is something about 20 years ago. So I started to play some tabletop Warhammer 40k, played my Ultramarines and Eldar, and it was great. Then I also started to play some of the computer games like Final Liberation, StarQuest, Space Hulk, and it was a fantastic experience even until today. So the same impression that I get from the past of my life, I got from Eternal Crusade, and it's so enjoyable, and it's such a great experience to see finally someone get the right tools, get the right people, and get the right stuff to give us the right or the real Warhammer 40k game. But you know what? Enough of talk, enough of impressions, enough of the past of my life. Let's take a closer look on some pre-alpha footage of Eternal Crusade. So you can watch the footage in the media center of Eternal Crusade site, which you will find also in the description of my video, or you go to the Eternal Crusade YouTube channel, which you will always find in the description of my video, and then you can enjoy their stuff. And please make only one thing sure: get an honest impression on it. Don't flame about it, don't whine about it. Do not forget, it is still pre-alpha, and even at this point I have to say I love it. There are things that I'm not really happy about it, and I will do something about it or ask about it. And the only thing that I have to ask from you as a little favor to me is to be honest. Don't expect too much, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed even at pre-alpha. Now enjoy it. So finally, let's talk about the founder packages. And as you already can see, we got a few of them there: Warriors package, Sergeant package, Captain package, the Heresy package, and also the Xeno package. But for first, let's take a closer look on the three, let's say, basic packages. So the Warrior, the Sergeant, and the Captain package. So at first, the Warrior package, and you already can see by buying this for something about 30 euros, but 30 euros without tax, which means with tax this will be a little bit more expensive, and you have to pay something, I think something about 35 euros, and you get for it 40,000 rogue trade points, which you will need to trade some stuff in rogue trade, which I will show you a little bit later. Then also you get a pre-launch game access, first come first serve. Then you also will get an early game module access 60 days after initial access third wave, Arcana Vanguard title, exclusive founder launch access in forum, then reserve character name, and also reserve guild name. This is everything that you will get for buying the Warriors package, or the smallest package, which is available for founders. And you also should not forget that founder packages are only available, or for now founder packages will only be for PC version of the game. So this is something you should know. And also to reserve name, yeah, after you buy a founder package, you should create a character to reserve your name. This could be important, yeah, for you. And also the same thing for reserve guild name, which means when you buy a package, then you should reserve the name already for character and also for guild. Then next package, Sergeant package, and you can see this costs something about double the price, yeah, with tax. But you don't get only double of rogue trade points. No, you get also a bonus of it of 50%, which means that you will get 92,000 of rogue trade points, which you can use to buy stuff on the black market or in the rogue trade. And also you get a pre-launch game access, first come first serve, then early game module access, and this is the first difference, 30 days after initial access, second wave, not third wave, and not 60 days after initial access, no, only 30 days. Then also limited edition emblem, then Archon Vanguard title, exclusive founder launch access in forum, reserve character name and reserve guild name, which is the same to the Warriors package. And then the package I buy for me, the Captain package, and in all three packages you also get a game key and 4 character slots, yeah. So in the Captain package for 88 euros and 80 cents without tax, with tax it's something about 108 euros, something like this, that I paid for it. You get something, you get 120,000 rogue trade points plus a bonus of 25, which means finally you have 150 points. And also other difference, early game module access, initial access first wave. Then also limited edition banner, Archon Vanguard title, exclusive founder launch access in forum, naturally also reserve character name and reserve guild name. So you'll see the main difference is about the early game module access and naturally the rogue trade points, which is nice. So let's take a look on the Heresy package, which costs, I'm not sure about, I think something about 210 euros, something like this with the tax. And you'll see there is far more stuff that you will get. You not only get more rogue trade points, but you also will get you get more stuff for it. Yeah, you not only pay more money and they double what you get from it. No, there are really huge differences, or they are important. Let's say not huge differences, but important differences. And the first important difference about this is that you not only get 323,000 rogue trade points. No, you also get the knob pack. And what the knob pack is, go into the shop and read about it. And the second important difference between this package and the other package is that you will get the entire current Heresy limited edition item set, including like Brabos pattern bolter for Space Marine, Umbra Ferox pattern bolter for Chaos Space Marine, Luta Umi bolter for Orcs, and Assyrian's Fury for Eldar. So this is very important to know, and what this exactly is, or what this pattern are, I will show you a little bit later. So let's get into the final package, which is the Xeno package. And here, yeah, what shall I say? You get 610 points for the rogue trade, or 610 rogue trade points. But the main reason, or the main difference between the Xeno package and all other packages is that for the price of 300, something about 350, 360 bucks, you really get everything. It really is so. This is the easiest description for it. For that price, including the tax, naturally, you really get everything that you can think of. There is nothing left that you would not get for the Xeno package. And you also get what you'll see here, which is included in the Xeno and the Heresy package. You will get some limited Heresy limited edition Phobos pattern bolter, which is really limited, because you already can see it's there are only 2,309 pieces left of that weapon. So it could be that when you sooner or later decide to buy such a weapon, that there is no more weapon available. So it's up to you to decide, is it worth it, is it not worth it? I would say it is worth it. And also for something about 10 bucks or 10 euros, you can buy an additional character slot, because you will very soon recognize that in all the packages are only 4 character slots, which means that sooner or later you could need one more slot, and then you have to buy one for 10 bucks. And also you can do some kind of monthly subscription with the monthly subscription point bundle, and then longer you stay subscribed for something about 10 bucks per month, then more rogue trade points you will get. And you'll see there is always a bonus for the longer you stay subscribed, the more bonus you will get out of it, which is very nice. So let's take a closer look on the rogue trade. And as far as you see, there are 4 of my characters, like Optimus Maximus, which is my Ultramarine, then also my Eldar Seth, then my Orc, and Iron Fist from the Chaos Space Marines of the Iron Warriors. And here you can see a few items which I can buy for my rogue trade points. And also, or already I bought a few things, and there are very interesting things that you can buy, but I don't want to spoiler you and tell you what these things are exactly are. So it's up to you to find out what, let's say for example, what the Damned Legionary is. But also make sure that you always read something about the short description when you click on learn more on the item, so that you will get a short view and short information about what this is that you buy. And it's always a very important and very nice background story. And this is what makes the game so awesome, because everything has his background and it's very interesting. And I also bought a few things for my Eldar, like for an example the Ancestral Heavy Aspect Armor. And here we clicked on learn more, and there is a very nice background story of this item, and it's really awesome. It really hypes me very much. And also I bought a Dragon Tooth. Who could not buy a Dragon Tooth for a Eldar? I mean, it's a Dragon Tooth, come on. let's be honest. I would not enjoy the game if I would not. It would be a lie to not to buy it. Yeah. So here we got my orc, and for today, for now, I did not buy anything for my orc, but I'm sure that sooner or later I will buy stuff for my Wah! Then also, and finally, or at last, my Chaos Space Marine. And there we have something very, very interesting. And this could be very, very interesting to every, let's say, Dark Angels player, because you can buy this Fallen Captain. And I don't want you to spoiler about it, but for every Dark Angel player, this could be very, very interesting to meet a Fallen Captain. Yeah, and it's up to you to find out why, because there is a very, very important background story of Fallen Captains, or yeah, let's say Fallen Captains, or Fallen Dark Angels. Let's call them Fallen Dark Angels. So it could be very, very interesting to see a Chaos Space Marine who is a Fallen Captain, and then to meet some Space Marine Dark Angel. This could and should be very, very interesting on the battlefield. And I can't wait to see something like this finally in the game. So hopefully you get informed, and hopefully you also get a little bit entertained, because slowly but through we are coming to the end of my video, and the video to Eternal Crusade. And I hope that you not only get a little bit informed, but also that you get a little bit entertained. So once more, let's take a look on the founder packages. So as far as you know, we get the warrior package, the sergeant package, the captain package, and also don't forget about the heresy package, which is a little bit more expensive, and also the Xeno package, which is the most expensive package that you can buy, but it's also something that you should not forget about it. The more you pay, the more you get out of it, and this is really fair. This is the way I think about it, and I'm also feel like a kid in a candy shop. If I would have the money, I would immediately buy the Xeno package without remorse and without any bad feeling about it, because it's worth it. It really is. And the code you will see right now, this is the code I received from Eternal Crusade by buying my captain package. And when you do decide for you to buy a founder's package, no matter what kind of, and you will use the code you can see, then you will receive some 4,000 extra rogue trade point. But not only you, also I will receive some extra rogue trade points because you used my code. So you'll see this as a win-win situation for you. You get more and you don't have to pay more. So you can use this for not only your advantage, but also to my advantage. So if you like, use it. I would be happy with that. And also we're slowly but truly coming to the end of this video. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for your attention. If you like what you saw, then make sure to show some love with the thumb up button. And also feel free to subscribe to my channel and to join the party, and take a closer look into the video description, because there you will find a lot of links which will tell you everything that you need to know about Warhammer 40k, Eternal Crusade. And also feel free to, if you want to know something, then use the comment section of this video, ask me, and as soon as I can, I will answer it. So once again, thank you for your attention. Until next time, here your Supergambo.